We finally have an in-depth look into what the final version of the crafting system in Biomutant will look like. I must say, it's like the child's escape from Tarkov, in a good way. Biomutant's crafting system is actually pretty in-depth, and it looks to offer a really custom experience for players to make some really cool weapons. The gun has to start with a base, as we see here. We only see the stats of 2 in this footage though, and we'll get back to the Antimateria one a little bit later, so stick around for that. So what we're firstly looking at here is the Singularity shotgun base. Its rarity is 40, quality is Rickrack 3, and material is rock coated. Sounds pretty good. We can also see that there's plenty of other base types with SMGs, snipers, and rifles. The Singularity also comes with the speeded perk, which when you kill with this weapon will immediately reload the magazine. That's pretty dope. Sadly, we cannot see any of the other bases, but each one should have a specific perk for it. For the keen-eyed out there, the cost of the build rises as each piece is added, so players will get the total cost at the end when the build is completed. The cost is going to be from the materials that players will loot from enemies, chest, explore, the usual stuff in an RPG. I personally think this leaf here is Biomutant's money system though, but I'm just guessing. After the base, we see a grip added which ever so slightly increases the armor piercing of the shotgun. This is where the originality and customability comes in for players. Each component will change these stats shown here, and we can make weapons for our taste and even create them for certain scenarios, since there are 5 loadouts we can use at a moment's notice. The stock appears to add the biggest boost to the weapon. This claw stock adds a lot of range and armor piercing, and this just gets better with each stock going up. Also notice that the overall damage will increase. The top mod, which is basically a sight, comes in all sorts of goofy things. I really dig this though because it really adds to the absurdity to Biomutant. But also, these could be real parts a sentient animal creature from a biohazard apocalypse could actually use for their weapons. The magazine selection will increase your size, but it also increases reload speed and somehow armor piercing, and the overall damage to the weapon. But hey, who's complaining about more damage? The ridiculous muzzles also add quite a bit to the shotgun's overall stats. If you don't remember how this weapon started, let me remind you. It was a 1.5 star weapon with 464 to 686 damage, a rarity of 40, material rock coated 2. It ended up being a 3.5 star weapon named Singularitys Rapster, and whoever made up these words needs a raise in my opinion. It has a damage of 535 to 778, a grand rarity 60, and a material illum 9, so it appears to be a major upgrade. Yes, I know it was just the base that we saw in the beginning, but it turned into a formidable weapon, and that isn't even maxed out. I would assume that you can go all the way up to even 5 stars. And it doesn't even look like the crafting is going to cost a lot in terms of the materials. But the little leaf money is where it might be a struggle to find. Oh, and did you guys forget about that base we first saw? The Antimateria? It doesn't have a perk on it, but it does have Biohazard Toxic 5, which means it shoots biohazard bullets. I'm fairly certain of this. In the new gameplay, we see pink bullets, which I thought were going to be radioactive bullets, and this kind of confirms my suspicion on this. We also saw a melee weapon on fire. So to me that means each weapon can use the elements within the game, such as radioactivity, biohazard, fire, and frozen. It's going to be awesome having 5 loadouts available as well. Players shouldn't ever not have a set of weapons and armor for any occasion. And it's going to be awesome crafting gear for all of them. Biomutant has been in the shadows for quite a while, and I'm excited to finally see it coming to the light. I do have a breakdown of what Biomutant is if you want to know more about this crazy game, which I'll link below. Let me know what kind of weapons you guys want to create in this game down below. I'd be very intrigued to know. Thanks for watching this video, and if you found value, don't be afraid to hit that like button, as it really helps the video and the channel overall. And until next time, peace.